Alright, the third and final part of this. Thesis 12, because this one's very important. The operator, that's you. You are the primary instrument. Your tools matter, your texts matter, the spirits definitely matter. But you matter most because you're going to interpret, you're going to choose, you're going to speak, and you're going to bear the consequences. The books won't bear the consequences of whatever it is you decide to cast. The art doesn't replace your character. Whatever your character is, the art is going to magnify it. A disordered person will become more disordered. A cruel person becomes more efficient at being cruel. A disciplined person becomes steady enough that they can be trusted. This is the sober truth of all of it. Shadow work people, I'm sorry. But this is the stable truth that I have found that, has been wrote on much. This is cut line. The art, magic, will not save you from yourself. It will show you yourself, and then it will amplify what it finds. Many practitioners will sit here. They'll blame spirits. They'll blame fate. They'll blame enemies hexing them every other day. They'll blame the world. But oftentimes the problem is the operator. You need to have some sort of continual moral maintenance, be it confession, correction, accountable to somebody. You just call someone up every week, like, hey, here's the magic I've done. If you've done harm, do restitution. It also requires a level of humility towards failure. If something goes wrong, examine. Examine what your speech was. What was your motive? What was your readiness? What was your appetite in this? This is all part of your credibility. People will trust the people who can admit fault without their world collapsing, without their ego collapsing. Those who can just say, I fucked up, my bad. And Thesis 13, the last one, the final test. It's simple. Does your practice produce a level of repair? Is it repairing yourself? Is it repairing your household? Your community? Is there repair in the afflicted, in the weak, in those that cannot repay you? Practice that can't bend towards mercy will always bend towards decadence. Practice that cannot face suffering will always bend towards being performance. If your practice does not leave the world better, it is just a private hobby with some crystals and metaphysical decorations. Now, repair doesn't require hero fantasies. It can be unglamorous and faithful. It can just be faithful and unglamorous. Pay a bill for someone who can't. A little money magic so that they can. Visit the forgotten. Tell them a story. Show them compassion. Radiate out to them. Feed people. Abundance magic for people you don't know the names of. Protect the vulnerable. Great power, great responsibility. You got magic. Protect people. Stand between cruelty and its target. Exercise despair from a room by just showing up with a steadiness and a light about you. Just get up and do the work. Help people. If you can really do magic, then you really need to be helping people. That's it. If you can do magic to enact change, and you can do it anonymously and with no risk to you, then that change should be going to help people. Obviously, make sure your needs, not your wants, are met. Make sure your stomach, you're not starving yourself, you've got a house, you've got a roof over your head, all that. Obviously, take care of the hierarchy of needs, but after that, your magic needs to go to helping other people. Okay? It don't need to go towards getting a new car, or getting your ex back, or putting someone who talked bad about you on an app in a freezer jar, or getting an even fancier house when the house you have is just fine, or this or that. Go help people. Because what are you doing? Choose a measurable repair and bind yourself to it. Put it in your calendar. Something that costs you some time and some comfort. Let it be something inconvenient because you need to let it be something that is real. Any magic that cannot cross into your lived duty is just trapped in fancy words. If you've got a light, you've got a responsibility. You carry a responsibility to use it. If you have some form of strength, then you have a responsibility to use it wisely. If you've got power, you have a responsibility to bind it to your duty. The world does not need more people that can describe evil. It needs people who will interrupt it consistently, without excuse, quietly. You need to do what is right because it is right. Period. No other reason. That's it. I found this a very important thing that I wrote a while back, and I felt like reading it because we were talking about, well, how does traditionalists, we've had all the chaos talk about what their path and their beliefs and stuff are, and we never really hit into what the traditionalist thing is. So here's my little traditionalist thing. Here's my thesis on the art. Here's what I believe magic is about and how it should be, how I hold myself to it, how it should be held to. Obviously, I'm not here to preach to anybody. I'm not here to proselytize. I figure people can at least agree with at least one or two of these things. Otherwise, if none of these are something you'd find agreeing with, then that's a whole other problem. But that's it for me for the night. That was like 5 videos. May your ancestors bring you the sweetest of portents. May you have the most wonderful of dreams. And may you all stay safe, and may you all do what is right. Shamu.